I almost died in Vietnam. There was a helicopter that was supposed to, well, I got pulled out of the jungles. I was a point man, carried the radio. I was getting ready to go home, and there was a helicopter going to take the 5 new guys out in the jungles, and I wanted to go back out and see my buddies. And so I ran up there, and they were supposed to hold that helicopter. And when I come back, it took off without me, and it upset me. Why didn't you hold this helicopter? Well, it never did come back, and it got shot down. And I missed that by 5 minutes. And I think about that. All them guys, I couldn't believe it. My name's Tony Spaulding. Grew up down around Alfredsville, Lagodi, Indiana. That's where I went to school. And then we moved to French Lick, and I got to know people there. We've lived here 30 years in this area. I love the people here, and I love the trees. And one thing I learned about trees is, you know, the sinkholes, you don't want to cut trees out of sinkholes. To me, that just opens the hole up more, you know. We moved to Mitchell, and I was suffering and went to a psychiatrist, and I was a mess, you know. Back then, they looked at their clock, and I just thought it was a waste of money for me. So I started praying, just open up. I'd go to work. I was suffering, you know, had panic attacks and stuff. I started reading scriptures and stuff, and I don't know why I did it, but I'd eat ice cream. I liked ice cream bars, and so I'd take the stick and started taking whatever I could find to carve, and started making little things. And I started making wooden mushrooms. That's where it started, was at work, starting to carve little things. And then when I started expanding, I started making those wooden mushrooms, and I thought, I need to put one on a stick, see what happens. So that's how my mushroom sticks got started, over 30 years ago. When I have a bad day, like my mind's not thinking with my hands, or I'm thinking more of worried about things, I go out there and that goes away. Because through the God, that's my gift from Him. So it helps me. So I share it with people to let them know that they don't, if they suffer, that do something with your hands, and it'll to help you take your mind off of things. I guess that's why the Lord opened that door up for me. I'm in a different world, I guess you might say. It's my world, what God gave me. So before I start doing a piece of art, I do a little prayer and ask for help to guide me through. It's not my art. I don't know what talent is. I'm not any better than nobody else. I'm just a normal guy that was wanting some help, and I got it through this. Whether it's good or not, I don't know. It's not talent, it's hard work, you know. But they say, well, you got talents. Well, thanks to Him. It comes up here, comes through here, and it goes out my hands. Well, I don't get thirsty, and I don't get tired, you know, and I have diabetes, and I don't have a lot of feelings in my hand, but that chainsaw, if I pick up something like this, I do a lot of dropping, you know, I spell But if I pick up a chainsaw, it's got some weight and I can feel it, and that's why I like to carve with it. I just wanted to do something different. It feels good in my hands too. But it is hard work and it's dangerous. You should go out and buy safety gear and stuff like that for young kids that if they ever want to try this, do it safely and don't get in no hurry. Take your time and don't stumble and fall like I do sometimes out there. See the scar on my nose? That's my art out there, my area. I ain't no hurry it kind of goes with my personality. I don't care about the rules. It's me, God, or it's God, me, and my chainsaw. There's something about eagles. I had dreams, and I was sitting out here and I seen 2 eagles fly over. It's beautiful, the white tails. They head to the river back there, but there was 1 or 2 out here eating a dead animal that freshly killed, and they do eat. They're hungry, That I think that animals have feelings. I knew this lady that liked owls. She loved them, and she died not too long ago, about 2 years ago. Well, I started seeing owls all over this place. They was hooting and had one. Oh, that's beautiful. I showed you the pond up there, those posts. I went there one evening, and there was the prettiest owl sitting up there about yay big. Oh, it was beautiful. He just turned his head and looked at me. It's nature, beautiful. And I thought it was her that she would come back as an owl and was like what I was doing, so she was talking to me. This is a true story, but it's a fairy tale. I picked up a piece of wood and started carving in it, and an ant come out. And I didn't want to kill it, so I took the stick and shook it. It must have been carpenter ants, and a whole bunch of them come out. Must have been 30 of them. So I started carving, and I took it in the house. Well, I didn't have any ants in it. I sat beside my bed, and left it there. And I went to bed, and I had a dream. A little ant come to me and talked to me. He said, I liked you carved that little piece, and I liked what you did, how you saved all my little buddies, that you didn't kill them. And I didn't think nothing. He said, but here's my gift to you, that when you go out in the woods, I'm going to go with you. And when you see a piece of wood and you like it, you tell me, and I'll get down, crawl inside, and tell you what's in there if you want to carve it. It's not the best art in the world, it's folk art, I guess I call it. It's just so simple art that I don't think it takes a lot of talent. I think it takes a lot of hard work and using your head. I'm still learning as I go, Always like on a job, I learned by doing it and watching, being taught on hands, not by book. I can't use a book. I might as well throw it away. I see art out there, people paints, man, they can make you look like you, but not me. They look like cartoon characters when I do them, It's not real professional, and I don't like professional. I like my hands shake. That's all right, because trees ain't straight. Trees, one of the most prettiest things when they get old, they never lose the beauty. That's what art's all about. You can paint perfect unless you love doing that and putting that feeling in there. It's missing a story that you need to put with your art to help other people. Everybody has to make this world turn. Good stuff, not the bad stuff. Let's forget about the bad stuff. Let's talk about what can make your heart get better inside, makes you feel better. You gotta believe in yourself. and you got to put a lot of love in it, and that's when you get your art.
Funding for this project was provided by the National Endowment for the Arts and the Indiana Arts Commission as part of the Indiana Arts Emergency Relief Fund of the CARES Act. The ArtBeat Goes On video series is to help highlight and support local artists by showcasing their incredible art and heartfelt stories, and by giving you the opportunity to purchase their art and continue to support the local artist movement. To learn more about the Arts Alliance of Greater Bloomington, go to bloomingtonarts.org and see how you can get involved today. To support and purchase the art, click on Our ArtBeat Goes On and then click on Shop Now, and then scroll the page to find the artist you'd like to support.
This is what is going on now in the world. It's a homeless guy, and I wanted, I had two of them, I lost one. David, he builds a fire out there for all his buddies, and it represents the fire burning in a barrel, whether or not they do it. But to me, I thought they should. And he's keeping the fire burning for all his buddies that will come in and warm their hands. But I forgot to put a sandwich in his hand to share with them. So maybe I should have made a guy bringing in a basket of food for his buddies. So that's what that represents.